I'm wondering, I saw the Commodores and Earth, Wind& Fire right around 78, 79. Commodores at Poly Pavilion at UCLA,
Oh, yeah.
and Earth, Wind& Fire at the Forum. But
It's 79.
I don't think you guys were on the bill though. So I'm so sad knowing that you were with both those tours, and somehow the two ones I saw in Los Angeles.
Well, in 79, we were with Brothers Johnson in Europe that year. I know that because I still have our tour book we always started in Lake Charles, Louisiana. I don't know why, but we always started the tours in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And then we'd go around the country. And then we would go to UK, Germany, Amsterdam. I mean, that was just the way for all four groups. We were with each one of them. The Commodores, the Brothers Johnson, Earth, Wind & Fire. And then we were on a Kool and the Gang. It was always a whole lot of bad groups, Mother's Finest, and then us. And I'm like, when I thought about it, I guess there weren't any other girl groups in the 70s at that time. Maybe the Jones Girls, but I think they came out earlier and then they weren't. But I don't think any more
Mother's Finest, they're pretty rock oriented for the Emotions.
Oh yeah, I know. I love Mother's Finest, and because with her hair and everything, and
Joyce Kennedy.
Joyce.
Yeah,
I love Joyce. Joyce, me, and Bonnie Raitt. We became such friends, and we would hang out. And the girl that did that Sparkle, that first movie, and she sang it. Okay, we were all together on an album together, and I was like, wow, that album never came out. I don't know what happened to it, but that was a good one. That one. But I love singing with the band and girl singers, but there weren't that many. You're right. Mother's Finest was one. Atlantic Star. They had one girl.
Well, there weren't too many girl groups, but there was a trend of bands fronted by women. You know, going from Shaka to Atlantic Star to Starpoint to Midnight Star. I mean, all these groups had.
Yeah, you're right. Midnight Star. You're right. Yeah, and Shaka. That's right. I forgot about my baby Shaka. We would go to all the gospel shows. We were going up because we lived on the same block for a while. Then we went to the same high school for a while, and we were in the movement for a while anyway, it was a different time. We both had the exact same afro, and we would always wear those bell-bottom pants with the waist out, and everybody thought we were twins. And anyway, her, Shaka, and Taka, we would always be together. But anyway, that was another time.
No, that's interesting to hear too. I mean, Shaka is just one of my all-time favorites for sure.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And
just when you were saying about the other ones that kind of give you chills, I include her in that too.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Because when we would what was her song? That we changed the harmonies to it when the Emotions did it. What's Shaka's song that we do at Adam Square?
Oh, we're talking about you ain't got no time.
Tell me something good.
Something good. Tell me something good. Oh boy, I love singing with her. Oh wow. Yeah.
So you guys kept going right into the early 80s, still, working with Maurice and all that.
Mm-hmm.
How and why did that sort of come to a conclusion?
Well, the Smile, what was the last album? Smile was 79, and then 80s. When we were, what's the guy?
New Affair was the last one, right? With
New
Mark.
Affair.
Yeah.
With Mark. That was the guys. I'm trying to think of New Affair album. But there was another producer with Maurice on that one. Short little guy. David Foster was one. And then the guy who did the Bonelli Brothers. That guy. Gino Bonelli. And then we did some songs with them. Oh, that's right. When we had the kids, and we were right when we had kids, we came back and it was disco, period. Because Wendy was born in 81, and Boogie Wonderland came out 79. So 80, that was kind of the disco-y. But at that time, all of the shows, the old school, what they call old school shows, were happening. They would have an old school group. We would be on, I love this, be on shows with the Tabares, with, what's the girls back in the day? Oh, I did that. Uh-oh, Wendy. Okay, are you back?
I'm here.
Okay. It fell over.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Right.
So you're talking about how things wound down for.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when I think all the families came. My girls. I have 3 girls: Wendy, Wyan, and Whitney came about.
Another set of 3 girls, huh?
Yes, I don't know. And that's something in our families is that way. Even my aunt said there's 3 girls and then there's a boy. 3 girls and that's something.
I know.
And my brother is the opposite. There's 3 boys, then there were girls. So,
1 girl.
1 girl, that's right. But yeah, and just so happened, Wendy and Wyan, they grew up singing with us. And so they became teachers. And they Wendy sings with us now, her and Wyan. The shows that we're going to send you, there are a couple of them that, oh, wow, amazing. And we were just with the Whispers in Vegas. They said, Wanda, these are your twins growing up right with you. These are your twins. You guys look like her. I said, I know. I don't know how that happened. I said, the Lord must have known that Wendy would have Jeanette's voice and Wyan would have Sheila's, because Wyan sings Neighbors. And Sheila was teaching her Neighbors when she went through a time where she just wanted to be on her, take a leave of absence. And so she taught my daughter, Wyan, and Wyan, she's a crazy, like her father, like a actor almost. And she could do all Sheila's little things on stage where she flipped her hair and all of her antics for Show Me How, when she would do that song and Neighbors. I don't want to lose. I mean, Wyan, she's, you've got to see that. Matter of fact, we can send it to you.
Oh, I look forward to that for sure.
Yes, we do have that.
He's up there. Wait, he said he's in North Carolina?
Well, no, he's in North Carolina now.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, we got to see if we have a show coming up out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have. That's not there though. That's New Orleans. Okay.
So you eventually continued on with some other record labels in the 80s. In the 80s, and how do you feel? How do you feel about those projects and what you were doing then?
Well, it was a difference. It was a difference. I didn't like the music changed somewhat because everybody was doing those. What do you call that? And they're not live. You're not in there singing with the guys while they're doing it. They would program the music, then you'd come in and sing. I like when we were in there with them. While they were playing, we were singing. But I know that's old school or whatever. And then, it went away from analog. Maybe that's why. And went to digital. A lot of things went to digital. And the singers would come out with things that weren't their voice and it sounded like another voice. What do you call that?
It was computerized auto-tune.
Computerized auto-tune.
No. That was later, but you need the more like. Well, that was kind of cool though, like the
it was cool
kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
But wait a minute, Scott. You were saying how was her experience with the other deals outside of Maurice?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that came subsequently.
Yeah, because there were a couple.
You had a couple of albums in the 80s. You had the Sincerely and
that's
and If I Only Knew. You actually.
If I Only Knew. Yes, those ones with Benjamin Wright.
Yeah.
He helped produce and. Because Benjamin did all the arrangements to Boogie Wonderland. And matter of fact, we're getting ready to do that with him with Obama and Michelle, January 19th.
Wow.
At the Music Center in Chicago, the Afro-American museum that Obama put up for all of the music in the show, where the music came from. And he have us in there. I didn't even know it. But we're going there. And Oh, that's going to be fun. We're going to sing. It's a 70-piece orchestra. They're going to play Best of My Love and Boogie Wonderland with us singing.
Right.
And maybe Michelle will sing with me. I don't know. That would be cool. But, let me see. That, and then, well, I kind of like when we were doing Sincerely, there were songs that Sheila and I and Benjamin and a couple of the guys had written with what was the guitar player? He did Holding On.
With Earth, Wind & Fire?
Yes.
Al McKay or
Al McKay.
Johnny
LTD.
Graham?
He was the lead singer with LTD.
Jeffrey Osborne?
Jeffrey Osborne. Because his brother, Billy Osborne, wrote a lot of the songs on that, on the ones you're talking about. And it was different. It was different, and it was Motown was one of them when Motown split up into when they went to another label or something. And yeah, but it was different. I don't know. To me, it was changing, and it wasn't as spontaneous. It wasn't the way we were used to singing. But that's fine. I like when we would do those shows and they would actually record them live. And we're doing them, and you get no do-over. You just, there's a word they call it, when you're live without, it's a word. And it used to be the name of a show that came on after, Midnight Special, when all those shows would come on, you do the songs right there.
On the spot?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Right, you had some spontaneity. Yeah.
Yes. Because I love playing off the spontaneity. That's why I can't do track shows. I know people do track shows. I don't care for them. Right. Because if you want to change something, you get a splurt and want to do this and take it one more time. Well, you can't do that because you just got a track going. And,
well, it's a little different when you have, special God-given talent versus maybe not so much. So.
Oh, okay. You're right. And what we do, actually, when we do tracks because of whatever time or whatever, we would do a cappella songs that we did when the Impressions used to do In the Shadows of the Night, Moonlight Shadows, the Impressions. It was a cappella. And the a cappella song that we're here to entertain you and we hope, Temptations did it, remember, on their live album way back. Well, we would do those kind of songs to bring it back into see there, we can sing without music, But I like doing that too.
Did you guys ever reunite or tour again with Earth, Wind & Fire later in the 80s or?
Well, we did. It was in Japan though. We did it mostly. It was over in Japan when Al McKay, because Reese was out of the group at that time, experiencing illness. And so I did sing with them for a while, me and the girls. And but it was always in Japan. It wasn't here. And because over there they had another name. I forget. How did they say Experience? The Earth, Wind & Fire Experience. And I taught some of the other singers the way the harmonies that we would do with them. And I like doing that for a while. But I really love working with my girls. I really love working with them. And we're going to put some of those songs on our website, which we were just getting together a couple of things to where they can hear how my daughters sound.
But what part of LA do you live in?
Glendale.
Yeah, I like about Glendale is it's really pretty because you get the high mountains in the background.
Yes, Mount Wilson. Yes, back there. I
grew up mostly in, I went to Santa Monica High School.
Oh, okay. SAMO.
Yeah, SAMO High.
I think that's what we call it.
Oh, yeah.
And, Santa Monica College, UCLA, Cal State Northridge.
You went to CSUN into UCLA? That's just so Dad went to UCLA, and then you went to Northridge where you broadcast journalism, or what did you do?
Oh.
Well, actually, when I was going to UCLA, it was for kinesiology, which is like sports medicine.
I know.
Yeah.
But I didn't love it enough to get through organic chemistry. So I gave that up and I ended up going to Cal State Northridge and getting a degree in radio, television, and film.
Nice.
Wow. That's okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why you're that prolific guy.
So yeah, my two loves, sports and music. So
sports and music. Who is your favorite group,
Danny?
Oh God, so many. But I would start with well, if we're talking female groups, of course, the Emotions. But but in general, Stevie Wonder, Parliament Funkadelic, Ohio Players, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Wow.
But then also on the rock side, Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and
heck yeah.
Sly Stone, James Brown.
Oh yeah, Sly. Oh, I love doing shows with
Shaka Khan, who we mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
We were in Japan together. Oh my first couple of times.
When I lived in LA and I was growing up from like the late 70s and through the 80s, I mean, I saw hundreds of concerts out there, and Prince was one of my all-time favorites. Yeah.
Oh heck yes. Oh yes, Prince. Now he's oh my God, he was in the studio. We were recording Neighbors. Skip Scarborough. We're down there. We had to go upstairs where the little pool table and everything was to get your drinks and all that. And there was this guy, had the most biggest eyes, looked like a deer or something up there, and he was just playing some machine or something. And he was waiting for Maurice, and I was like, "Oh, are you a writer?" And he said his name was something, Roger or something. And he says, "Yeah, I have a meeting with Maurice. I want to show you guys some of my songs." I said, "Oh, cool." I said, "I'd like to hear them." He said, "Okay." And of course, that was Prince, but he wasn't. He wasn't Prince then. He was,
because they were trying to match him up with Maurice producing his first album, but he wanted to produce himself.
Yes,
and
he
did. Stuck to his guns.
Yes, he did. And that's good. Mm-hmm.
But it'd be really interesting to have heard what it would have sounded like both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. That would have been interesting.
I know.
But they were both so unique in what they do. It may have been clashes. I could have seen that.
Yeah.
But and I got to know Prince after, and he wasn't one to give in. He will. No. And, but that's cool. They still end up doing shows together.
Very cool. Very cool. And I've had on this show people like Larry Dunn's been on, and Sheldon Reynolds, who worked with Earth, Wind & Fire later on.
Yes, I remember.
Philip was on. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's start moving toward a conclusion here. What are you doing? You mentioned a little bit of what you're doing right now, but is there more to share? And what have you done most recently?
Most recently, we've been touring with, what's it called? The 70s Soul Jam. The 70s Soul Jam. We've been doing it for the last 10 years. We do all the stadiums, Madison Square. We do, and it's mostly the stylistics, the Blue Notes, the Shy Lights, the what's the guys?
What's the main ingredient?
The Delphonics.
And what's the main ingredient?
And the main ingredient, before baby passed. Yeah, and that's amazing because 3 or 4 people passed on the tour while we were doing Billy Paul. Remember that night? Anyway, but each time we were the only girl group, and we still are doing the 70s Soul Jam. We start back up. We always do Mother's Day at the Airy Crown in Chicago. And we do Valentine's Day. What's that? In New York, the name of that theater.
Oh.
It's right there on from that
big theater, the very famous.
The famous theater, right there by, what's the record store? Starts with a V. And it used to be out here, but now the record store is in a
Virgin?
Virgin. That's it. Right across from there. That was where Baby's Restaurant was. That famous
Times Square.
That Times Square, right there in Times Square. That It's not Fox Theater. I want to say Fox because we always do Fox Theater.
No.
But it's the one where they do all the plays and on 57.
Yeah, you know this one. This is a huge one. I can't believe I'm
We do it.
blanking.
You know how long we've been doing it?
Well, I was first thinking of the
10
one in
years.
Maryland or DC. That one,
Not-
the DC one.
Not
Yeah.
Carnegie Hall, right?
No, and it's not far from Madison Square, but it's actually a play where they have all the plays, and right across the street, that's where that street bears off and goes to the upper, what they call Upper Bronx, upper.
Right. No, I'm gonna get it. I know what it is. When we say it, you're gonna go, oh my God.
I know.
It's a something theater.
Right across from the
Okay.
square.
All right, we'll get back to that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're doing that February 14th, and we're doing Washington, D.C.
That's the Daughters of the something.
Right,
Daughters of the Revolution or something.
Right. But that's the one where the people sit, the senators and stuff, and it's called where the senators sit. They still have their names and where that state is. Oh my gosh! So we do it every year. It's where the White House is right down the street on that side, and but this is the senator where all the states. This section is in North Carolina, Virginia, over here. Because I remember when we were, and they said, "Well, I don't want to sit in Virginia. I want to go sit in."
Right. Beacon Theater.
Beacon.
Oh yeah, Beacon Theater. Mhm.
The Beacon Theater, and what's the one in DC?
This one is going to be at the Lyric.
That's where we met
Opera House.
Shanice when Shanice first came to see us as a little girl.
Yeah.
Shanice Wilson. I don't know if you know.
The Lyric
Yeah.
Opera House.
The Lyric Opera House.
Yeah.
In DC. Okay, dokie. Is that the one we're playing? This February.
February, okay. Now, how can viewers and listeners best keep up with everything that's happening with you?
Yes, the best way is the Emotions fan pages on Facebook at this time. You type in the Emotion fan page. There's a lot of interaction going on there. It's much better than the website. The website's in the process of being updated.
Yes. New pictures, but yeah, you just type in the Emotions. Is it net? Emotions.
On Facebook, they just go to Facebook and then type
Because there's
in the
two fan
Emotions.
pages.
It's gotten to the point where a lot of people have let their websites kind of, go by the wayside a little bit, and everyone's emphasizing Facebook. So before I let you go, I want to ask you a couple of final questions.
Oh.
Yeah, so these are serious. No, just kidding. What is your most unforgettable memory from the road? Is there one particular experience that stands out that you're like, wow, for whatever reason, that it was just unforgettable?
It was in Philadelphia. The Grammys were coming up. They were telling everybody who were nominated. And the guy, light tall, the guy, Color Him Father people were on here on this show. Linda, that sings that beautiful song. The girls, oh gosh, and Junior Walker and All Stars. All these people were on the show. This was the show when the Earth, Wind, and Fire managers came back and says, "Guess who is nominated Grammy?" I said, "Well, who?" And then of course us. We went on stage, and for whatever reason, the butterflies that happened that night was just so overwhelming, and I threw up. I threw up. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was as I was going off, it was after the show, which is good because they came, in between that last song, and you're going to do one more song, but they'll come out and then they're telling us that we got nominated for the Grammy this year and this, that. And I'm like, oh, so we're going off, and I was like, oh, but I got to go. Oh, what you going to say? I got to go. And then that's when it happened. And I can't.
Well, you lost your lunch for Don't Want to Lose Your Love.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. And that's amazing. And Bishop, what was his name? That guy, Joey Bitno. something Bishop. He was the big DJ of the time. Oh gosh. Anyway, it was just amazing, and we were so happy, you know. And then of course, then we won because it came on that night, and then I was like, get out. And anyway, that was it. But the fact that I threw up, that I just like, how could I throw up? And they're taking pictures, and yeah, that was that.
Well, the other thing I want to ask you, Wanda, is what, musically speaking, in your career, what are you most proud of accomplishing and why? And you can't say the Grammy now. It's got to be something else.
Oh no. Something we're proud of. Let me think. Oh, I know. We were in Japan. The girl, You Light Up My Life girl.
Oh yeah, Debbie Boone.
Diana Ross, The Emotions, Al Green, a group from the Pacific Islands. But it was the Grammy thing over there. They were all, you know, number one, number two, seeing who was going to be number one, number two, and we were forced to change in a bathroom because Diana Ross had no one change in her room with her, no one, no matter if they were women or not. So we thought that was amazing. And then Debbie Boone, they found a trailer for her, and we were in there, and they called out the songs, You Light Up My Life, and they called out, believe it or not, you would think it would be Best of I Love. Guess what it was? Don't Ask My Neighbor. But in the Japanese, there is no don't. There's no contractions. So when they called out the song, it was You'll Find I Love You. And we didn't come out because we was like, ooh, whose song is that? You'll find I love you. Because that's the next line after, don't ask my neighbor. You'll find I love you. You know, and that's what they named it. But we didn't know that. And so we came out, they said, okay, who won is You'll Find I Love. And we just knew it was Debbie Boone or Diana Ross. And we didn't know who that song was. It was us. And we got it right downstairs there in the wall. And it was the Japan folks. And all while we were singing, people came back to get our autograph. They couldn't speak English, but they could sing our songs in English, but they didn't speak English. And that was a big thing to me. And maybe it's not to them, but it was a big thing to me. How can you sing all of our songs in English the way we sing and then you don't talk English? Right. Anyway, I know that seems, but anyway, that was so awesome to me that a whole nother country knew all of our songs and the way we sang them. And we didn't know any Japanese songs, but anyway, that was something because Diana Ross thought it was her, and she went, and then she had to go back. And then I said, oh, see that? That's why, because you didn't let us change in the room with you. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
She's just used to accepting every word that's ever announced. So.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I thought that, but I didn't say it. And but that was. Did that answer? Did that fit?
I think that was like your greatest accomplishment.
Yeah, because they knew every song we sung. They were singing. I don't want to lose you. I don't want, and they're singing it. But then they come back. No, I don't speak English. I don't. But you're singing all our songs. Okay, but that's. I don't know. That was one.
You know what? I think if we went to another planet, they'd probably know how to speak at least Best of My Love.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
and it goes out into the universe. You know, all those radio waves and everything. So
you're right. You're right. And then, and you know what was something else is there was something about the shape of our bodies that they were going. Something was, you know, about our rear ends or something. And I know I was like a 7 or something. And I was like, what are they going with the rear? And then they said, can I touch? And I was like, what do you mean, can you touch? And I mean, honestly, and they weren't trying to be, you know, no kind of way. I could tell. They just couldn't believe, you know. And then she turned around and do, you know, and there's, you know, we're real flat. And then, she was looking at, she says, how do you get, how do
Right.
Because we're little, but we had these hips. And yeah.
And Auntie Sheila, by the way, calls those the Hutchinson bow hips.
Bow hips. Yes, she does. But they actually, the people that came back for autograph, the women, wasn't the guys, but, can I touch? Can I touch? And they weren't being funny. I mean, they weren't trying to grab you or anything. They just thought it wasn't real. And I was like, how could they think that? I mean, that was one that really got me back then. Yeah.
I went to Japan about 12 years ago, and I experienced something similar to that. So you're making me kind of laugh because I'm a big guy. I'm like 6'3", and so I towered over everybody in Japan. Yeah. And so we were at a karaoke bar, and there's some young guys there, and they're like, "Wow, he's like so big," And they're actually reached out and were like squeezing my biceps.
Yes, you're right. Because it's like, that's abnormal. Like it was abnormal, And I was like, and all they were showing every time we would go there is the Peace Be Still. And they would be showing it in a place where everybody's disco dancing, but they're showing Peace Be Still on the wall. I'm going, why did they do that? I mean, that just seemed odd because you're singing as dance music, but then you see Peace Be Still on the wall. But maybe they were just saying the stuff that they liked of ours, I believe.
Yeah, they had excitement. Yeah.
And then Sony, they just treated us so well over there. I mean, it was absolutely. And so, for the next, 15 years, we would always go there. It looked like in April, I know. And then when the, what's that mountain, Fuji, when they have that festival every year, oh my God, the people that be there, it's all the rockers, all the, what's that, not Cool again, I mean, not who do Katie play with?
He's not Cool, but Sunshine,
Casey and the Sunshine Man. I mean, when all Keith Sweat, it was all of us, and then it was who is it? Twist with the lips, the guy.
Aerosmith.
Who?
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. No, the guy with the lips.
Mick Jagger.
Yes, Mick Jagger. It was all of them. I mean, and Mount Fuji is like right in the back of you. I mean, you can see I'm like, wow. I mean, that just did something to me. I don't know. That's just
wow.
Being at a state park or maybe in front of those presidents or something. I mean, right? It was like, like, wow, this is like we're in heaven or something. But yeah, that was something.
Wow.
And then singing I Don't Want to Lose Your Love at the Miss Ghana, like Miss America. Mm-hmm. And we were in Ghana, Senegal, and they just knew I Don't Want to Lose Your Love. And I said, but I don't hear radio. How do they know? Yeah. But they had the video thing. It was a big thing over there.
Oh.
Video stream and something about the rappers, even though they wouldn't allow the rappers on the regular radio because anyway. But I was like, how did you get our song? And they said it's something that comes out of the UK, but it's over there. Oh. And it was a video stream that.
Probably just how globally
BET,
connected. Like overall, how globally connected you're.
Yes, that's what it is. Because I didn't know about that.
What's your personal favorite song of yours, of the Emotions?
Of the Emotions, let's see. Blessed. I think Blessed. Mm-hmm. Blessed. I've sang that song so many times. I mean, Best of My Love, I've sang more. Someone had me to say, how many times do you think you've sung Best of My Love? And I came up with a figure. I don't know how, but I came up with 85,355,000. And they said, how do you still sing it in the same key? And I was like, oh, I don't know. That's the key it's in. I mean, I don't know. It's in C.
Why bless it? Why bless it?
But why bless it? Mm-hmm. Because of the anointing. Blessed wraps up just about everything. The emotions as young girls to women that we've experienced through our music. Blessed be the ties that bind, and the tie that bind is the music, is the heart, that thing that reaches to them to the audience more than even the song. It's that spirit. It's a spirit. Love is a spirit. Remember that in the Earth, Wind, and Fire. Anyway, but it's a spirit of love, and blessed encompasses, I think, every nationality. It just does. I think that's how music, gets the genre of everybody. I don't care what country you're in. Like you're saying that they don't speak the language, but the music speaks.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So.
Wow. Yeah. I think this is a great place to end it. Although I hate doing so. It's been such a delight talking to you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Because I skip back and forth, and I'm thinking, I should have said this, and I should have said that. There's so many different things.
Don't worry, you've been delightful.
I'm at the end of it. Wendy's got to go over it now. The Daddy Taught Me to Sing. That's the name of it, and how he actually taught us when we come home from school, and we lived in a basement apartment, so the kids, when they're walking home, they could hear us singing from the window because their feet are right there, and we're in the basement, so they're hearing, y'all can't come out and play, because Dad wouldn't let us. But after they get home, they can come out before they have to do their homework. Nope, our homework was singing, was practicing. And they said, yeah, but one day you're going to be this, and we said, he always says that. But it happened. It did happen. And we were number one, and we got everyone in the world, I think, got to hear us. So
I'm sorry, Daddy Taught Me to Sing is what?
Daddy Taught Me to Sing.
Is that going to be a book or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Actually talks about the singing part and him taking us to the concert and taking us over. Oh, let's go. And I would love, we go to see Donny Hathaway up at the Rat Souls. Oh my gosh. Because Donny would come down and start singing at the table. You're just sitting there at the table. He starts singing, and then the band start playing. Oh, I was like, who does this? But anyway, he was phenomenal, But I was like, wow, we should do that. Just start singing down at the table with the people, and then let the band start. But anyway.
When is the book is coming, or it's out, or?
No. It's in its rough stages. She was saying that I'm gonna still have to.
She has to, yes, because she was an English teacher throughout her. Now she's at Cal State. She does not just English, but now she does programs for what is the kids coming into college from another place. And yeah, she's always. My other daughter teaches at Pasadena College, and she does. What does she do?
She has a radio show.
She has a radio show with Dre, and she has a thing with Snoop Dogg, and then the kids come there, and he go talk to the kids who have come out of situations in their homes, and we go, and then they have me come and sing to them, and I'm always doing their graduations and their. But anyway, it's great. We love it. So.
That's great. My mom was an English teacher too, so.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
And my uncle taught at English professor at Long Beach State. So
that's where my sister.
That's
went.
where I
graduated from.
Long Beach State.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's amazing. And she's what was her thesis of the kids? What do you call social? I know I say the wrong word.
Oh, it was how hip hop helps form adolescent youth identity. That's my sister got her MSW, and what we both call ourselves are edutainers based on the music and stuff we got from mom and dad.
You got to send him your thing on your pod. They got to see your pod, what you do with the kids.
Oh
yeah. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm into singing with my girls, and still writing new songs. So.
Wow. So you might record some new stuff?
Yes, well, we have some being Wendy, and we're going to put them on our fan page, right?
Well, we have some stuff in the works, and they've done a lot of collaboration with younger artists who've been inspired by their music. So I don't know if you're hip to Terrace Martin. He's or
Aaliyah.
Robert Glassberg.
Right.
People like
I know him.
Kamasi Washington. So they're all in the same ilk. We've worked with these same exact people. In fact, they're the sons and some of the daughters of their friends, my mom and dad's friends, you know, from when they were in school and doing music. So it's the next generation, and they are now doing things with all kinds of people from young and old.
Oh, yeah.
And they come back and collaborate with mom and dad and have us on their projects. So this year we will be doing some music, new music that we actually put out, you know, with mom, and you know, that exact concept is coming together. But yeah, we're gonna release something.
But the best thing I heard from the guys, the whispers, they said, wow, it's amazing. Your daughters have the exact sound. Yeah, and you know, I'm real picky. So I was like, oh, they're getting there. But I mean, to hear it from those guys, and you know, Scotty and them, they know what they're talking about. Because they sounded so good. Oh my God, it was a couple of months ago, I think it was.
Well, I mean, it's a fun challenge for us because when we finally thought about it, 3, 4, and 5, they were singing. They couldn't go out and play. And, you know, our upbringing was a lot different. You know, they had a dad who, our Papa Joe, he trained them to sing. And so when we rehearse with mom, now that we are performing with her, we see, she's like, Wendy, don't be lazy. Smile, help that note go up, position your mouth this way. And I'm kind of like, dang, but she got it. I gotta soak it up and take it in.
See, Wendy sings Flowers and YN sings Neighbors.
Yeah, because I think what you mean by the voice of Auntie, because Aunt Jeanette really had the highest
the highest range voice, yes.
For the backgrounds, I'm saying.
Oh, you're right, she did. First soprano.
Yeah.
You're right, Auntie Jeanette.
So, I sing all the high stuff.
Yes.
And
she sang the High Boogie Wonderland.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I'm still enjoying it. I know I was talking to, what's my baby in the Commodores? Lionel. And, you know, he really never gets tired of singing. He doesn't. But he did at one time wanted to off the road a little bit, you know, but he could sing forever. I mean, he just loves it, you know, and that's the way I am. And I know, you know, my sisters, some of them went, oh, no, I don't want to for a while. But I always want to sing. I always want to go. It's okay with me, you know. It's like, oh, you just go anywhere. Anybody else? I said, well, what else do I do? I mean, besides cook cornbread. Okay.
Oh, yeah, she knows how to cook cornbread.
Wendy's the peach cobbler girl.
Is that a Thanksgiving must?
Yes, mustard greens. I'm thinking of mustard greens and cornbread.
No, she was saying, is that a Thanksgiving must? Yes, cornbread. Okay, that's right. And greens. Yes.
Well, we're recording this with Thanksgiving coming up, but when people see this, it'll be past.
Oh boy, it's so nice finally seeing you.
Did Wendy mention that you might be coming to the Carolinas at some point, or is that?
We actually have every month we are going to be in another state this coming year, and I don't know where some of the May gigs are. But it is definitely possible or somewhere near there. YN actually just got back from North Carolina.
Oh, and we could send him our thing.
Yeah, so he can see y'all. Because maybe the one thing I love about over there on the East Coast, there's a lot of the states are closer,
right?
So sometimes going to like a nearby state may not be a long drive. It may not.
Right.
But I'll definitely send.
Because isn't DC, North Carolina? No, maybe
DC is. It's like 6-hour drive from where I am.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not okay. I don't know why.
No, but we'll find out where the other ones are. We just know the dates at this time from our manager.
Well, it was something South Carolina, but I'll look at it. We'll look at the thing, and we'll send you we'll have it actually in February. The whole thing for the year.
Great.
I'll let you know, Scott.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Thank both of you very much. Hey, back at Truth and Rhythm headquarters. Thank you for joining us on another magical ride with Truth and Rhythm. Whether you're watching or listening, as always, thank you so much for your continued interest and support. Be sure to subscribe. Go to YouTube. Go to the Funkin' Stuff channel. That's where Truth and Rhythm lives and breathes and thrives. Also, goodies here like TIR Quick Takes. And if you subscribe, you know what? You get the show before anyone else. It's free. If you love jazz, funk, R&B, soul, you can't miss it. Pass it along. Tell a friend. Tell family. This audience is growing. And it is a beautiful thing, all coming together for the love of this great music. Also, if you can throw us a buck or two, we could use the support financially, keeping the lights on, keeping the servers going, all these expenses. If you can help support the program, whatever you can give, much appreciated. Go to the funkinstuff.net website. On the right-hand side of every page, you just click and you can donate through PayPal, credit card, whatever. Very easy to do and so much appreciated. And if you do a sizable donation, I will mention you on the program. Also, drop me a line. Email me at ScottG@funkinstuff.net. Let me know who else you'd like to see on the show, what you enjoy about the music. Let's just kibitz and talk about stuff, talk music. You'll find that I respond very quickly, and I much enjoy the rapport and the camaraderie and the interaction. Always remember, this is your show, The True Music Lover. So for now, that's all the time we have for this one. It's a wrap. As always, Scott Dr. GX Goldfine saying, keep on vibrating to the rhythm of the one.